Welcome back to NVC Dudes. I'm Brian.
I'm James, and today our guest is Margaret Reed, acclaimed actress, and she was in a couple episodes that I really enjoyed when I watched them the first time, The Next Generation and Seinfeld. Glad you're with us, Maggie.
I'm really glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me to do this. It's been great.
So we've done a few airing of grievances already, and just to let people know who may have not seen the other videos, since Maggie was on Seinfeld, we're doing this kind of Festivus, themed series here. And, Festivus is a non-commercial type of Christmas. It involves a poll instead of Christmas tree. Airing of grievances, telling people what you really think about them. And then we go to feats of strength to try to pin down the head of the household. But today we're just going to focus on the poll and the grievances. So James is going to give us some of his grievances right now, and we're going to reflect on some of the needs that we might be hearing because of these frustrations you had. So I'm going to pass the poll to you, sir. Let me see if I can pass it. I'm going to pass it down. There we go. Wow, it turned to wood.
Grievance poll right here.
Awesome.
It's not quite aluminum, but it's close. So my grievances. I'm actually kind of bummed out. I've been sort of locked in my room a lot of the well, that's not totally true, but the part that's really a grievance is I miss seeing my family. My family lives in the Midwest, and I happen to be on the West Coast. And there was a couple times when I had tickets ready to go, and I looked at the infection rate in the Midwest, and it was just like totally skyrocketing. And I'm kind of pissed that the folks in the Midwest didn't really take care of things, take care of each other, and wearing masks and socially distancing. And a lot of people are dying, getting infected and dying in the Midwest. And how that really shows up for me, and I have had a couple of friends that had COVID and they have recovered, but it shows up for me and that I haven't seen my family in a year. And my mom, my folks are elderly, and they're in assisted living right now. And I haven't seen my mother in over a year, and I really miss her. So that shows up for me as kind of a tenderness, a sadness, and not being able to see my mom. Yeah. You guys want to kind of reflect back what you're hearing?
Yeah, it sounds like you're really mourning. You're in mourning for not being able to see your family. Is that right? Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, wanting to be with family.
And then when you saw the, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, there's a closeness that I'm really longing for, and to have her see me and acknowledge me. She has some dementia going on, and there's going to be a time when she won't recognize me. And so I'm trying to, yeah.
Yeah, I'm hearing that need for. Yeah, I'm hearing that need for connection with your mom. And it feels like there's some time limits around that, and you're kind of feeling some pressure around wanting to see her sooner than later. And mourning the fact that it's not here, right?
Around being seen and recognized, to have her recognize who I am.
Yeah.
And so that's important to me.
And when you said that you saw the infection rate skyrocketing, there seemed to be it seemed like you were wanting some shared understanding, some mutual understanding around the safety of the health of everyone.
Yeah.
That was not happening.
Yeah, that's it's like we're all interconnected. We depend on each other. Wishing we had that shared understanding that we get through science, and that, science is based on what works and what doesn't work, shown, objectively. And
Yeah.
wishing that there was a shared understanding around what our scientists are telling us works in terms of protecting ourselves and each other.
There's a need for understanding that there's an interdependence, that we have an interdependence, especially about this pandemic, that we're depending on each other, and that not everyone understands that.
Yeah. Yeah. So my, choosing not to wear a mask can affect you guys and the communities of people around us. So they're, we're kind of connected, we're interconnected. And this pandemic is kind of highlighting that. It's hard to be just autonomous when we can spread the germs and the virus to each other.
Yeah.
So there's a,
Those are
go
my
ahead.
Just saying, I'm hearing that need for safety big time, between strangers and family. That shared reality and that shared experience is all around safety for as many people as possible.
Yeah, safety and health, right?
And self-responsibility, right?
Yeah, wishing for more self-responsibility, and there is a shared responsibility too, right? That we got to count on each other to get out of this mess.
Yeah.
So thank you. I feel heard.
Excellent.
Good. I'm glad.
All right. So that concludes our rounds of the Festivus ceremony. Thank you, Seinfeld and George Costanza for modeling that for us.
Yeah.
Any final words, Maggie? Just bring us
I'm just
home.
really grateful to have been invited by you guys to do these sessions. And it's also bringing back the wonderful memories of having shot that show. I had done a sitcom with Jason Alexander, who played George Costanza before that. And so I knew him when I came onto the show. And so it was always just a really great memory and a really great time. And thank you for coming full circle now. I never celebrated Festivus, so this is a first. Thank you.
Yeah, it's too bad we don't have a fire.
I know. I'm going to take you guys down, though. What's it called? Show of strength?
All right.
Strength, the pizza strength.
I take the challenge. I accept the challenge, and we will do it next time you make it to the Bay Area.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, thanks.
And, yeah, so I just want to give one last pitch to Margaret Reed. TheMargaretReed.com is where you can reach her.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming on, Maggie.
Good to see you, Maggie.
Thank you for having me.
Bye, everybody.